Hello New Zealand, I'm Philip Duncan, thank you for joining us. Well, we've got a burst of heavy subtropical rain moving across the upper North Island. You can see it on the animated wind map. It's this area here with the northerlies straight out of the subtropics from around New Caledonia and Fiji. Doesn't feel that warm, but it's warmer than it should be for this time of the year, especially at night. Now there are some heavy downpours across Wednesday tracking through Bay of Plenty. There is a risk of localised flooding, and that's because these heavy downpours are being blocked by the big high out to the east. So they're slow moving, and that does increase the risk of localised areas of flooding. The big low out on the Tasman, it's at its peak now, and you're going to find over the next couple of days it does start to weaken as it moves in towards us, but there's something interesting about to happen. I want to show you. This is the first map to explain it. So you can see the low, perfect circle to it out in the Tasman Sea. The rain around it, not too intense, just the usual kind of stuff, but it's a bit windy around the middle with the deeper air pressure in the centre. To the north, there's another area of low pressure that's sparking behind that front of heavy rain. But I want to show you what happens. These two systems are working together. This low is basically being pulled in around it, but you watch what happens as we move through. That's Thursday, here's Friday. So the two lows have completely changed. The one in the Tasman suddenly shrunk, and the one out to the east took all its energy. So it's transferred it across the country, which is kind of convenient. It means we don't end up with a big low crossing over us. So it's a weird setup, and it means on Friday there'll be a few showers left over in the north as what was the main centre of that low falls apart. And the secondary one, which is now the main one, is about to be pushed away because there's a high off to the northwest. So this is how the weekend looks. Saturday, high pressure to the north, pushes all that stuff away. You can see the leftovers of that low to the east, and out into the west we've got a classic cold front. So Saturday itself actually looks pretty good. It'll be warm and dry in many areas. Then we get to Sunday and it changes. The cold front comes through, the windy weather comes back in, and it gets even colder down in the south with the southerly blowing through there for you. So a bit of a change on Sunday, and then next week, well, it gets colder. Basically Monday you've got southerlies across the country and a big high out over Melbourne, but it's not quite coming into us just yet. And then we get to Tuesday and you start to get an idea of what might be happening next week. This high may well be coming down over the South Island while a new area of low pressure forms up here and makes for a windy southeasterly. So there we go. That's not locked in next Tuesday. There's still a little bit of a question mark about exactly where this area of low pressure is going to form and exactly where that high is going to go. So a bit of a question mark, but next week kicks off windier and cooler. That's all from me. We'll update you again tomorrow with the latest as we head towards the weekend.